Your referee this evening is Jeremy Simpson. His assistants are Robert Hyde and Ian Cooper. Lee Doughty is the fourth official as well. Changes for both sides, perhaps changes in the formation for Norwich. We'll see how the game develops, Danny, as ever.
Straight away, I know we set the graphic up, but just looking at Milan Alexis, it looks like he's out on this right-hand side. You see him down below as the 30 there, and Chris Riggs more central. I thought Chris Riggs would have got that right-hand side slot, as he did later on at the Hawthorns at the weekend. So yeah, it's a bit of a guessing game early on, but you can see Mayenda through the middle. Trey is down in his favoured position, right back slot there.
Trey against Borges Sands.
Yeah,
good battle
that one. Yeah, he's a bit of a player when he's on the ball. He moves well with the ball as well, and he'll pull the trigger when he gets an opportunity.
Had a great start of the season, but you've been looking through his
stats.
Just
having a look at his goals. He scored sort of like 14 early in the first 20 games or so, and then he has dried up recently. I think it's 2 in his last sort of 15 games. So yeah, he's certainly dried up there. And he had that stint out of the team, as we said, that suspension, 5-6 games it was. There's Trey early on, leaving one on him.
Yeah, Sunderland getting it back, but then possession goes back to Norwich City. Kenny McLean on the ball.
Yeah, as we just discussing with Rob there, how do we go about it this evening? I thought at the weekend we sat off West Brom, allowed their centre-backs to have the ball and move it out with ease, really.
Sargent popping one through, and a bit of a coming together, and the referee waves it away instantly. Borges Sands, he's not adverse to going down easily, Borges Sands.
Yeah, as I say, they're 2 passes and they're in behind us. He was the wrong side of Trey Hume there, coming together again. That's 2 within the first minute and a half between the 2 of them. And he had a little wry smile there, didn't he? Suggest that perhaps wasn't any contact. He was looking for it.
Neil feeds it to Chris Rigg, who then goes back to go forward. Good opportunity for Milan Alexic. You just saw a flash from there, the number 30 at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, in the appearances he's had so far, he's played in different positions. Oh, we're in here.
Keeper had to come and head it, Angus Gunn.
Good starting position from Angus Gunn. But yeah, just going back to Milan Alexic, I think he's played off the left-hand side. I think go back to Millwall when he had that opportunity. He's played centre midfield. I think it was Stoke when he got his first start, wasn't it, earlier in the season? And then this evening he finds himself out on that right-hand side. So I think naturally he would want to play as one of the 8s. We see where Chris Rigg or Jobe tend to play. But you know, if you're not getting too many opportunities, you're going playing goal. If you're asked by the manager, get yourself out there.
Norwich stringing a few passes together, goes out to the right-hand side. Let's go Schwartz out. He's coming to the side this evening. Forward ball watched by Leo Hjelde. There's that stat, of course, about Leo Hjelde. This season, Sunderland have not lost a single game he's featured in. Let's hope it continues.
Yeah, I think this is his 3rd start, I think, this evening, isn't it? He's had a couple as Leo Hjelde, but as I say, generally come off the bench. And we've got injuries in full-back positions. Dennis Serkin again in the treatment room.
Forward from Trey Hume. Towards Alan Brown, who's trying to get across to help out on this right-hand side. Another one who's found himself in a different position this evening. Yeah, more familiar for him.
Yeah,
though.
Exactly. Yeah, that's generally his position, isn't it? You see there, and he will get forward and support Elijah Mayenda as much as he can.
So Sands. Sargent.
Yeah, almost a couple of times, isn't it? Both sides there, a little ball over the top, but both keepers alert to it.
Dan Neil. Ever present this season, Dan Neil, the captain. Regan Watson just not combining as they can. Allows Norwich to get the ball off Sunderland.
Interesting battle, as you say. Fisher, I think, was it not his debut earlier in the season, maybe at the Stadium of Light when he played up against Tommy Watson. So Tommy's birthday today as well, 19, isn't he, I think? And
happy birthday.
Up against the 20-year-old, so that one's an interesting battle as well. 2 young lads getting opportunities.
Here is Tommy Watson for Sunderland, looking for Elijah Mayenda. He's still going, Elijah Mayenda. And that's what he can do.
sometimes just like battering ram, isn't he? Just
but
finds
he
a way
nice
to get.
flicks around
Yeah,
it.
he bumbles his way through sometimes past the defender or through the defender. See it again there. Tommy just flips it round the corner into his feet. Again, gets the other side of Duffy. Then Cordoba comes across, doesn't really deal with it.
Fisher, who's helping out. Be wary of Eliza Mayenda now. He'll want to keep the shirt as well, won't he? Starting ahead of Wilson Isidore.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, generally we play one up top as well. It's rarely that they've played together as a two, is it? So they'll sort of know that really. And Wilson will be disappointed. Maybe he's come out the side this evening. Didn't get too many opportunities, half chances at the weekend, didn't he? Late on.
Chris Riggs is pulling up as Norwich City continue to come forward. It goes past everyone, and that allows Milan Aleksic to get the ball back for Sunderland from the throw. Brown just plays it off Sands to win the throw. Lebris looking on. Pedro Ribeiro and Michael Proctor in the background. Busy week for them, preparing for all the games.
Yeah, 3-game week as well, isn't it? And you say before you know it's the end of the season, and then I think you will have one sort of eye on the playoffs, really, won't they? Of course, you've got to try and focus on game to game, and you're hoping now you can get through it unscathed with the injuries, because we've picked up a few again, haven't we, in recent times, and try and get your starting 11 out there, what you're trying to focus on for that first game in the playoffs.
Slimani slipping it through for Sands. Mepham has come out of position. And looks like Norwich have got the first corner of the evening.
Just off the back of Trey Hume, isn't he? And Chris Mepham comes across, and between the two of them, see it behind for the corner. Interesting one with Norwich as well, set pieces. Joint lowest scorers from set pieces. All the goals they've scored, they've only scored 6 from set pieces this season. Yeah.
Danny. Nunez takes the corner short to Sands, who gets it back. Now the ball goes in. Patterson comes and gets a pretty firm punch on it. It's back in there though. Goes for another corner.
Oof. Duffy there, yeah, ends up over the boards, but good, yeah. Leo Kjelda, the far post, just seeing it behind.
Right,
work it short there, yeah. We're quite alert to it there. It's a short corner, isn't it? Set back, decent ball in. Well, that's what you want from your goalkeeper, Anthony Patterson. Norwich regain possession, feed it to the far post. You see there, big Duffy trying to come in, but the number of white shirts see it behind for the second corner.
Busy penalty area. Norwich player stays down, comes out to right again, who miskicks it. Sunderland are able to step up. Norwich players stayed down. Play continues. Ball's knocked in towards the back post. Side netting, and another Norwich player goes down.
Yeah, Shane Duffy that stayed down. Well, they're asking for treatment now. Obviously, they had the opportunity to put the ball out themselves. But yeah, again, just see there, big physical team. It surprised me they haven't scored more than 6 from set pieces. Again, it comes back out. The problem for me, again, it's not something I like, where we bring everyone back, because you know what's happening. You clear the ball, it's coming back. We get caught there, switched off. Decent ball stood up to the far post. Got to do better there, hasn't he? Slimani.
It's Cordoba who's down in the middle. Remember, he was sent off in the fixture earlier this season.
Yeah, and then it's Duffy as well. They had the 2 of the centre backs, yeah, both in the wars. But yeah, Slimani there, he sees it all the way, and he's free, isn't he? Maybe tries to be a little bit too precise with the header. Finds the side netting.
Gunayan. Creates some space for Chris Mepham to exploit.
Yeah, that's what we weren't good Saturday in those situations. There, over the halfway line, 5, 6, 7. Get a few passes in. Don't turn the ball over as cheap as we did at the weekend. Otherwise, it's going to be a long old evening.
It's a busy old evening in the Championship. We'll keep you across all the scores as well here on SAFC Live, broadcasting around the world.
Yeah, good again from Leo Kjelda. Sees the run. Good position in there. Sees it back to Anthony Patterson.
Daniel.
Oh,
Strides into trouble. Opportunity created. Patterson gets down and saves it.
yeah, lets off there. Daniel turns into trouble, doesn't he? He's set the trap, Norwich. See Borges Sands, he's come off the left, out of possession, almost a 4-4-2, and then Daniel just tries to go past Nunes, reads it, feeds it into Sands. He's disappointed there, leading scorer. He's got to tuck that away, really, hasn't he?
Good opportunity for Norwich. Coming from a Sunderland error. Hjelde. No. Daniel. Trying to feed one through for Alexic. Have a look at that. Dan won't want to see that again.
Yeah, just because he wanted it on his right foot, as it's fed, it's almost tight in his body, and he doesn't get his foot around it and pick a corner. Fires it straight at Anthony Patterson.
Alan Brown cleaning up. It's Chris Rigg. Trey Hume. He's dispossessed and should be a Sunderland throw. Sands. Picked up by Nunes. He's got options right and left. This is short out.
A couple of times, isn't it? Sunderland been caught in possession. Dan Neil early on.
Kenny McLean. Slimani. Jacob Wright drops it off for Jose Cordoba. It's up in the air. Hjelde couldn't clear it, or Nine gets something on it. Nunes, it's a deep high ball, it's looping. Slimani brings it down. Too much on the cross. Still the pressure comes from Norwich. It's Duffy with the deep cross this time. Alexic with the hook clear.
Yeah, can't get hold of the ball, Sunderland. Norwich come again.
Now Sands. McLean working with Sands. Cordoba. Kenny McLean.
Too much. A little bit of breather, but yeah, got to be better. As you say, Dan Neil, he's been caught a couple of times already this evening. That one off the throw-in from Tommy Watson as well. And as I said earlier, it's going to be a long old evening if we're going to give the ball back to Norwich as cheaply as we have early on. We're going to have some sort of possession and not get forced back as much as we have. Yeah, decent first touch, yeah, and then I'm sure he's caught in between. Standing the ball up there or fizzing it in low. Certainly takes the wrong option.
Free kick to Norwich. Turning. And Sands, who brings it down. Sands moves inside. Sands still going. Someone can't get the ball off him. Sargent with the flick. No, Nunes into Sands. And Sands with a header.
Eventually, yeah. A lot of dribbling with the ball there, but it was all square, wasn't it? Sands looking for that opening. So he took the ball, when he picks it up there, out on his flank, and then goes past 1, 2 or 3. And Brown comes across, then Mienda goes past him. Feeds a little ball in, a little bit of link-up play. Sargent's looking for the give and go. Eventually, so it finds its way to Sands. It's a cushioned header, really, isn't it? Again, straight at Anthony Patterson. He's had 2 opportunities already. Borja Sands. Both have been straight into the gloves of Anthony Patterson. Sunderland just getting the run around a little bit here early on, 15 minutes on the clock. Get some sort of foothold in the game.
As I say, it's going to be a long night if it continues to play out like this way from a Sunderland perspective. No goals in the Championship yet this evening so far. Kenny McLean gives it back to Jose Cordoba.
That's what we talked about. I mentioned at the weekend. I don't think we really went after West Brom, did we? We sort of sat off and allowed them to dictate. Here now, seeing situations. Are we going to be brave, full of energy? We mentioned it before. We've got fresh legs in the team, youthful players. Are we going to be brave and go and press them, or are we going to just let them edge their way up the pitch and gradually force us back into our defensive third? You can see Alan Brown there. He wants to be one that releases from midfield and goes to press.
Slimani looking for Sargent, gets there, now Sands. These triangles are causing Sunderland some issues. Thankfully Watson's there to intercept that one. Now Mienda. Leksic. Stopped by McLean. Slimani. Nunez. Now Fisher, back to Nunez. Strike comes in and just pass and get something on that. Norwich players certainly think so.
Asking for the corner. Up as well, he wants the corner. It's always going away, isn't it, with the right foot there, drifting past that far post. When he picks it up there, nobody really goes to engage. I think it is a fingertip save, isn't it, from Anthony Patterson?
Jacob Wright with
certainly
a shot.
Been busier of the 2 keepers, hasn't he?
He's on loan for Manchester City, the 19-year-old. Johannes Thorpe was the corner. Away again by Sunderland. This time it was Luke O'Nien. Leeds United take the lead at the Riverside. Josh Sargent has it for Norwich City. Nunez. Now Wright. It's all Norwich this opening 20 minutes.
Yep.
Nunez. Sitting off Norwich.
Yeah, allowing them to play. As I say, they look where Mienda is now. He's dropping in there. It's deeper than Alan Brown and Tommy Watson. As I say, we keep saying it's going to be a long all night. If that's the case, these 2 centre backs here can just pop it around, and you know, if you're 10-15 yards off, doesn't matter what level you play at, you can get your head up and pick a comfortable pass. You've got the likes of Tommy Watson and Leksic down below is going to be doing the hard yards, constantly going back towards their own goal.
Slimani. Kenny McLean. Cordoba thinks about the through ball. Not just yet. McLean. Now Sands. Trey Hume comes out to meet him. McLean looking for Slimani. Couldn't get there.
Alexic switches off there, doesn't match the run of Slimani, thankfully. From a Sunderland point of view, it's too much on the pass. Just keep your eye on it here now. Trayhume comes out there. I'll say he leaves his man, to be fair, there, and by the time the pass is made, Alexic hasn't got the time to get back in. But yeah, the ball just skips off the surface.
He's O'Nien. Patterson. Chris Mepham. He's direct. This ball's picked up by Wright. Norwich come forward with the ball this time. Brought down by Hjelde. Millwall are beating Sheffield United.
Well, it's happening again, isn't it? Between those three.
No one wants the title.
No.
All Sunderland can do is win their fixtures. So far, they find it hard to get into this one. Slimani brings it down and then goes down right in front of the referee. And Brown looks frustrated, and he will be.
Yeah, well, he will. Yeah, he's doing a lot of work off the ball at the minute, isn't it? You want to get a touch of it at some stage. You just see there, you know, when you're under the cosh and you find it difficult, you've got to play a quality pass forward. I know Hjelde, not a lot on. He plays it down the line, but it's a flighty ball. It's a fight ball into Tommy Watson, the young full-back in behind him, Fisher.
Technical areas are all sitting down, so relatively expectant of what they're seeing.
I think you can just see there, can't you, between our coaching staff, they're trying to solve a bit of a puzzle really and try and get some sort of, as I said, there's some foothold and a few passes together.
Sands. Right. Sargent from distance.
I'm not sure if it's intended. He just pulls off there, isn't the edge of the box? You see it there now, and keep your right. That's just out of your picture. It's going to be here now as the ball's fizzed in there. Look, just drops off there. Luke O'Nien drops deep. Somebody's got to be tight there. Quality player like Sargent. Look there, he can't have that space. Centre forward.
Starting to top these shots up now, aren't
yeah,
they,
well, exactly. But from our point of view, they've all been down Anthony Patterson's throat so far. Can't keep happening though.
Here's Luke O'Nien. Hjelde, back to O'Nien.
So it's these areas now where we're having a bit of the ball. Instead, how do we build then into midfield where we've struggled so far?
Alexic. O'Nien looking for options.
Yeah, Meander's just made a good run there in behind. Luke's turned it down between the two centre backs. Meander asking for it.
Well, this is as much possession as
yeah,
I've seen some of
I
that.
think they would just be happy to see Norwich just sitting off for a moment there, allowing us to have some possession.
Hjelde looking for Tommy Watson. Duffy comes across on the cover.
Yeah, I think Tommy wanted it on the outside actually then, and Hjelde just plays it on the inside of him. But it was better. I think Luke starts it off, doesn't he? Wraps the ball in into the attacking players.
Slimani. Cordoba.
Callum Doyle's at Norwich as well, is he not in the squad tonight?
In the squad.
Almost
Trying to get it. Cordoba has it. And Slimani. Yelder gets across. The ball still drops for Josh Sargent, who comes across, and O'Nien meets him, and that'll be a yellow card you'd expect for Luke O'Nien.
Yeah, well, it's not a great header, is it, from Leo Kielder? Puts it into a poor area, really, straight into the path of Josh Sargent. See it back there. No direction on it, and then say Dan Neil's the opposite side. Luke comes across, it is a foul, it is a booking, and it's bang in the middle of the goal, 20 yards out.
Do you feel it was a foul he had to make there, Danny?
He thinks he's got to make it, I think, yeah, as you say there, as the ball drops there, Sargent picks it up, he's Dan Neil's the opposite side of him, and he's driving forward, he comes across. And yeah, I know there's bodies around him there, but I think his next touch there, Sargent is pulling the trigger, isn't he? So it's one that Luke feels he has to make.
Who's standing over this one? Nunez.
Nunez and Kenny McLean. Left foot, right foot.
And Jacob Wright is the 16 just behind.
Yeah, Nunez 4 goals this season. Kenny McLean hasn't registered so far.
Nunez will fancy it. Simpson just checking in with the wall. Very organised it is as well. Can it stop the shot? It's Nunez. Off the wall, did its job. Hooks back in though. Good header from Trey Hume. Sunderland survived that wave, Danny.
Yeah, ball still strong, didn't they? I'm sure it was come off Dan Neil. He went to press it, didn't he? It was a great free kick. Just got to get it up and over from there. Didn't get enough height on it.
Sunderland fans will be frustrated. Norwich fans will be frustrated if they don't make the most of this possession.
Just have a look at this play, Bills. But you know, it's like when we say complain when teams come up to the stadium. Alive, some of the lesser teams, as we say, or the teams in the bottom half, come up and sit deep and make it difficult and frustrate us. That's been the case for us. That's what we're playing like this evening so far.
And that's over the top, and Hume goes down. Challenger Sands, he's not happy about it. Be a good angle.
Drop it in behind, isn't it? As you say there, we know it's going to be a good battle this evening between those two.
Tangle of legs more than anything. Mepham. Brown. Alexic keeps it in. And it gets past McLean.
Cheap free kick, isn't it? Yeah. Again, seen too much of the ball so far. Milan Alexic just tries to knock it round. Kenny McLean there, thinking running back towards his own goal line, 10 yards away from it. Don't foul, don't give a cheap free kick away. And he does. He's not happy. Long blade of grass.
Finally cleared downfield by Angus Gunn. Sands tried to get there, but Dan Neil comes out with it. Looked like a handball, but the referee waves it away. I think the Sunderland fans don't agree. Sunderland get it back. Here's Chris Rigg, encouraged by those Sunderland fans. It's Yelder who was waiting for it. Did that take a deflection?
Promising build-up, wasn't it? I think Yelder actually does well initially to get the foot in and win the ball, and then that's where we're looking for then. Bit of pace, bit of purpose about us. It's into Chris Rigg. Tommy Watson comes narrow, and then it's just, he has to wait for it slightly there with the weight on the pass, and then he just gets it wrong, doesn't he, Leo Kielder?
Just nothing have taken the lead against Cardiff City. Trey Hume wins it back for Sunderland. Here's Hume. Scored in the last couple of games for Sunderland. Over. Pressed by Alan Brown. Over. There's a poor ball forward and Sunderland couldn't capitalise.
Yeah, sloppy again. He's had to turn it over Norwich. Another big opportunity and we give it back.
Nunez charging forward with it. It's a rash challenge from Tommy Watson. He'll probably pick up a yellow for that. Got a timing all wrong.
It's not got going at all. Half an hour on the clock here, Sunderland. There's a couple of opportunities in the last 5 minutes there in the Norwich half. Not making the most of it.
Tommy Watson. It's his birthday today.
There's another card he's had there.
That's good for you. Deep discussions between Kenny McLean and Borja Sands. It's a bit far out for the shot. And McLean to clip it.
Yeah, just have a look at Shane Duffy, the left side of the box here, you see.
Sands is just to the left of McLean. It goes to the right and it's put in. Well, the game seemed to stop, and that's because the assistant has his flag up.
Duffy's just straight offside there. His physical presence, he comes forward. It's similar to Dan Ballard for me in terms of comes forward as centre back. Yeah, see there, he's a yard offside. Wants to get on the end of things, puts himself about. Just goes a little bit too early.
Watson gets it back for Sunderland, and then there's fouled. I don't think the referee even played advantage there as Watson gets it back, and then he's dispossessed. And they're chasing this. Play is breaking down for both sets of teams as Watson's pulled down.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy, hasn't it? So a couple of cards coming out on net. So both teams turning the ball over. Sheldon into Tommy Watson. Fisher wrong side, brings him down.
Coaches look on. Keep an eye on Trey Hume at the bottom of your screen there, the 32. He's lurking.
See that again. See Alan Brown there just trying to get the lads behind him to squeeze up 5-10 yards. Trying to force Angus Gunn to go a little bit longer.
Out from Gunn. 9 gets away from Sargent, who stares down. Mayenda gets it for Sunderland. This is Alan Brown. Now Dan Neil does his turn, and the referee stopped things when Sunderland were in possession there.
It's a head injury, isn't it?
Well, it has to be a head injury, isn't it?
Well, exactly, but he's took his time, hasn't he? To say there, coming together. Luke Van Eyck holding his right ear there. Sargent, Kenny McLean not happy, wagging the finger at the ref. I think it's the right thing to stop it, of course. It's a head injury. It's not as if we were on the edge of their 18-yard box either. You know, we're 5-10 yards over the halfway line. So see it back here. I'd say accidental coming together. Centre back, naturally, you just get your arm across, try and hold them off. Sargent Steps into Luke O'Nien really. Okay.
Chance for a discussion from both technical areas as Sargent makes his way off. He's received treatment, so he'll have to stay off for the obligatory 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Physio just having a word with Oscar Schwartau there. Keep an eye on. Sargent feels it was deliberate.
Linesman's having none of it, is he?
How we're going to restart this, because Sunderland were in possession.
Yeah.
It's Delia there.
I'd imagine the ref will give it to one of the Norwich players, possibly play it back to Anthony Patterson, get us going again. Just giving it straight back to Luke O'Nien, yeah. Sunderland had possession, didn't they? They're away.
O'Nien. Mepham. O'Nien. Yelder.
Norwich fans there want Sargent to come back on.
Here he comes. Now Dan Neil. Sunderland have got players free, available in wide positions here. Mayenda, though, does really well, goes direct and pops the ball through for Alexic.
Elijah Mendy trying to get a bit of pace injection into the game there, wasn't he? See it again, picks the ball up, been starved of any possession up the top end of the pitch there. Lovely turn, puts the burners on, and then you see there, tries to thread it in behind. And then, yeah, I've got to be honest, Alexic's not had a great start to the game. I'll say great start, 37 minutes gone now. It's not quite happened for him so far. Can't get his leg around it.
Norwich do like to try and play it out where they can,
Oh,
and they're asking for problems here. Mayenda just puts it too far in front of him and allows the challenge to come in.
So a couple of weeks ago against Bristol City, I watched him on Sky. Similar situation, got themselves in trouble there. Into Mayenda, he doesn't back himself with his right foot. Eliza Mayenda, see here now. He reads it, gets across. There, bang, no. Sort of unsure as he doesn't make his mind up. There, as soon as he takes a touch there, pull your right foot now. And then he has a loose one with his left, gets away from him, makes the foul.
Watson. And somehow the decision goes to Norwich. And from Gunn. Comes off Yelder, it'll be a Norwich throw, that one. As I say, Danny, we're creeping towards half-time.
A slow burner again, similar to the weekend, isn't it? So Norwich have had 3-4 good opportunities.
They keep on giving it away, just as much as Sunderland, really. Breaks down and doesn't make for a good game to watch.
No, exactly, yeah. A bit stop-start, a couple of injuries as well. Game limping to half-time. Sunderland fans trying to get them going, you can hear them.
Rigg drops the shoulder, moves the ball on. Mepham, Trey Hume. There's a forward, that's a foul on Alan Brown, who wants to take it quickly. Alexic was away. We'll go through all the scores from around the Championship at half-time here on SAFC Live. Broadcasting around the world, of course. Giving you Sunderland's perspective on this fixture this evening. Elder goes forward with the ball, intercepted by Duffy. And cleared downfield by Fisher.
Touch.
Sands comes inside and deep to collect the ball. Now he's over the halfway line, there wasn't much in that, and that's why the referee plays on.
No, there wasn't. I was waving his arms around, but it's not. I say the first part he does really well, lovely touch, bringing it down out of the sky. And then Chris Rigg gets back at him.
Alexic gets it back though. Here's Luke O'Nien. Dan Neil gives him it back. Rigg. Mepham. Back to Rigg. Hume. Trying to find Alexic. Possession goes back to Norwich. This is Slimani. Sargent ahead of him allows Hume to get back. Maybe harsh.
Yeah, Trey gets back at him, not happy, feels he's towed it away from Slimani. We'll see it back on the replay now. So it slows it down, doesn't he? And then let's have a look. No, well, he doesn't get any of the ball, but I think Slimani goes down quite easy.
Blackburn Rovers are losing 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday, so their form continues to dip.
Change of manager, it's not happened.
And the big ones, Sheffield United getting beat by Millwall. Leeds United are winning away at Middlesbrough by 1-0. All eyes on this. It's in from right. It's Luke O'Nien. It's Yaldo who maybe gets there. I think the referee agrees. So it will be a corner, third corner for Norwich. Sunderland yet to have one in this game. McLean takes it short. Nunez is there. McLean then drops one in. Everyone's sliding for it. Sunderland still can't get hold of it as Mayenda goes down. Now Trey Hume gets on the end of this. Can Sunderland counter? Hume going at speed, has to pull up and go back to find a white shirt. Mayenda's still down.
He's back on his feet there now, yeah. So he's took a bit of a knock, doesn't he?
Trying to run it off there.
Right leg.
Meanwhile, Sunderland advance to Hume. He's looking for Mayenda. He'll get another bash at it. Mayenda's still struggling. So Alexic takes it on, puts the ball in. It's too far to cross the keeper.
Yeah, well, you've seen that first real opportunity since the one he couldn't wrap his foot around there. He makes the run, doesn't he? Gets into the box and then maybe he's looking for someone to get across the near post, but strike Mayenda here now. It's where he gets the knock, really. Sort of dangles the leg at it. You see it there as it comes out. Again, Duffy making a nuisance of himself at the far post. Chris Mepham possibly clears it off the line.
Yeah, it was Mepham with the first one. Now Brown. Rigg. Possession
Goes back.
from backwards and forwards and again. It's been a bit of a story of this half.
Yeah, severely lacking the gaming quality. Say from both sides, really. 45 minutes to try and put it right.
A minimum of 2 minutes remaining.
You don't have to watch another 2 minutes of this first half, Danny. And the viewers around the world. Short out. Now Sargent. Running at the Sunderland defence. Nunes is there as well. Puts one right across and Patterson gets down to cut it out.
First thing, isn't it? He's on the front foot again and get caught. This time down our left-hand side. It's not a great delivery, to be honest. You can see Roger Sands, I think, in the net there, but it's always too close to Anthony Patterson. See, a couple of yards out. He's certainly been the busier keeper, hasn't he, this evening?
So far. He's O'Nien. Watson asking for it. Made a run. Hjelder's there. Someone throw. Now Rigg. Hume. Now Brown. Alexic. Norwich with the passing. Now Nunes. There's triangles from Norwich. Put out though by Chris Rigg. Goes the opposite way with the ball. Then has to cut back. Now Brown. Watson trying to get on the end of it. Find it hard to get around Cordoba. Why is it breaking down like that for Sunderland?
Do you know what, as well, we've done 2 or 3 times. I think Chris Rigg there, I know he's asking for a bit of movement. I think we've turned forward passes down too often as well. Be brave with your passes, and generally that's what coaches will say. Receive it, can you play forward? And we've looked up at times, and I think we've turned passes down and kept it safe. Maybe that.
What do you think Regis has said to the boys? It's normally the coaches who get around them and...
Yeah, I think sometimes coaches generally like the lads to come in, have a few words, maybe Luke O'Nien, Chris Metton, some of the senior boys in there, Alan Brown, just get around them and listen to what they've got to say first and then have your say. Get the tactics board out, what can we change, maybe tactically a little bit more. Try and keep the ball better, pass through the thirds a lot better.
He's Rigg.
And tempo's the key for me. And be brave on the ball, I said it there, receiving it, play forward if there's an opportunity. Lovely switch from Luke.
Yeah, decent knock, but Alexic got his angles wrong with the header. O'Nien, he picked up a yellow in the first half, as did Tommy Watson.
Yes,
a little shove in the back, Sargent.
Yeah, a little nudge in his back. Got to be careful, Luke. I know he's on that yellow card, but keep giving cheap free kicks away. They soak them up, the referees, don't they?
Yep. This is Kenny McLean. And Nunes. It's Sands on the ball. Jacob Wright clips on forward. Watson goes down. He gets a free kick. The ball appears to be kicked away there by Fisher, which is a yellow card in a normal situation.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think Sunderland were in any rush to take it. I know what you're saying. Yes, I'm helping it back into the area so he can get himself back in.
O'Nien. Cross to Mepham, it bounces awkwardly. Patterson with his foot on the ball, tight passes from Sunderland. Alexic dispossessed, and that allows Sargent to come forward. There's a slip there from Marcondes. And now Sunderland's number 11, Chris Rigg, drops it off to Trey Hume. The game in the second half seems to have the quality of the first half, Danny.
Yeah, again, it's just not happening, is it? Just wonder how long he may give it. Kiel's looking frustrated there. Yeah, but I think overplaying again there. You see Norwich pressing high, Sunderland reluctant to beat the press and just clip a ball into Mienda. Get caught in possession.
Angus Gunn. Alan Brown was chasing in. Sunderland fans have gone a long way and they've got a long journey back as well on a Tuesday evening. And they want something to go back with.
Yeah, good numbers again, as you say, long goal journey midweek.
Mepham under pressure. Trey Hume plays it forward. A little touch from Alan Brown's not enough to take it through to Alexic. Now Cordoba. Alexic with a little tug on his shirt. Slimani. Cordoba. McLean with the ball through the middle. Just too much pace on it for Sands.
Yeah, it comes off the left-hand flank there between the centre-backs, doesn't he? I think Luke O'Nine's got it covered.
Yeah, we're at the mercy of the EFL cameraman as we look back at that half chance. Camera's picking up Jacob Wright. He's on loan from Manchester City, the 19-year-old. Nice if we can see the action, please. Mepham struggling, and Nunez gets it. Put out by Dan Neil. Now Rigg, just behind Hjelde. Now Tommy Watson, who moves inside. Watson goes down.
Yeah, it's going to be a booking, I think. Fisher, he had one in the first half, and that's two at the start of the second half.
First Norwich player in the book is Kellen Fisher.
Just stands on Tommy Watson's left boot, I think.
O'Nien looking for options. He's caught late there, O'Nien. Sands has got to be careful. He's going to get a talking to from the referee, Jeremy Simpson. Handshakes.
Just gives Luke O'Nien a little nudge in the back, doesn't he? Nothing more.
Now Chris Mepham. Alexic looking for Alan Brown. Mienda. Brown gets it back for Sunderland. And just runs out of space. Nunez. Pop through for Sargent. Outside the boot from Sargent.
Yeah, promising again from Norwich. Again, you can see the difference there. They moved the ball into the middle there. Look, popped ball in behind. Just slows it down. Josh Sargent looking for that run. Luke O'Nien again just does enough on Borja Sands trying to get across the near post. So they're outside of the right boot. Good gloves again, Anthony Patterson.
Now O'Nien. Hjelde. Dan Neil. Sands. What's happened? The ball gone out on the far side?
Let's go offside.
Offside, yeah. Restarted. Johannes Hofthorpe. Jack Wiltshire Sitting behind him there. Now Chris Rigg. Luke O'Nien. McLean got something on it, and then Alexic is fouled there. McLean's going to have to be careful.
Giving a bit to the linesman. He's been booked as well. Yeah, Luke O'Nien again with the big switch with the left foot, looking for Alexic, and he just gets there. Kenny McLean doesn't really deal with it though, and as it's dropping, I think Alexic just gets there ahead of him. Let's have a look back there. You see now. And then, yeah goes dangerous. In a little bit naughty, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know how we can have any complaints about that. You see from a different
well,
angle
just
there.
on that one there, yeah, he gets throws a difficult one. He does play the ball first, and then does he catch him a little bit on the follow through, possibly. Chris Metman, a quiet word in his ear.
Now, what can Sunderland do from this? Tommy Watson and Chris Rigg stand over it. It's Tommy Watson who delivers it with his right foot. It's flicked on, goes all the way through. Mayenda couldn't get then. Angus Gunn eventually puts his body on it.
Yeah, finds its way through to Mayenda. I think it's a Sunderland head in the first one. Let's have a look at it back now. Quite a flat ball in from Tommy Watson.
Is it O'Nien who gets up for the first one? Let's have a look.
Maybe look at the near post, and Chris Metman behind him as well. And just gets away from Mayenda.
Condés looking for Sargent. Borja Sands. Dispossessed by Milan Alexic.
Yeah, got to do more. Milan Alexic, got to keep the ball. Turned it over too often. Cheap tonight. Given an opportunity.
Sands gets it back. Chops Trey Human again. Oh,
pushed it, hasn't he?
Well, surely that was a foul. And the referee agrees. Had it in two hands there.
Yeah, Borja Sands does well initially, doesn't he? Chopping Trey Hume there. So have a look at it back here now. Little give and go again. Josh Sargent. See here now. And then goes again. Just a little cheeky one. Just keep your eye on it. Yeah, just goes up with the arm, doesn't he? Punches Anthony Patterson's glove, I think.
Yeah, just knocks his hand with his hand.
Yeah, you can't argue it. He's got the cheek to run away celebrating it, hasn't he?
Oh, we just missed an opportunity. I'm not watching that back. It's loose again, and Yelder. Be lucky to escape without a card for that. Leo Yelder gets a yellow.
Yeah, miscontrol. Careless in his control there, and then pays the price, gets the book in.
Nunez. Right. McLean. Borja Sands. Sargent. Nunez looking for the ball through.
Good ball.
Finds Marcondes. Now Fisher. Fisher thinks about the cross. Just flicks this to Nunez. Marcondes back to Fisher. Ball in. Be a corner.
Yeah, just stabs it clear in the end. But yeah, it's good play again from Norwich down this right hand side. Good build up play. Fisher just gets in behind, doesn't he? corner, Marcondes. Borges hands again, he's not shy as he drift across the pitch there, coming off the opposite flank. Just doesn't get enough on it.
Corner's been taken, and Elias Mayenda was the one who was emerging with it. It might break now for Trey Hume. Mayenda's continued his run across the pitch. Keeper's come a long way out. Cordoba deals with it. There's a mistake in either of these sides. Now Borja Sands, home fans, find their voice. As we approach the hour mark here on SFC Live, ball breaks for Marcondes, just behind Fisher. Nunez. Cordoba.
See Sunderland again, just banked up again in that sort of 4-4-2. Mayenda, 10-15 yards from his own box, not where you want to see him. Again, Sunderland just struggling to have any possession in the game.
Condes, back to Sargent.
Just feel that Norwich are going up through the gears a little bit more, bit of tempo to them, moving the ball well.
Now Fisher.
Not sure.
Probably summed up the game.
Only Nunez knows, yeah. It's a weird one because he's not gone with the instep to try and bend it in behind. Sort of gone with the laces. Not sure if he's trying to cut across. I'm not sure what he's trying, to be honest. About 35 yards out. Bizarre one.
There's some calculations going on there in the Sunderland technical area. There's Anthony Patterson, clears it downfield. Hjelde helps it on. Tommy Watson emerges with it. Dan Neil runs into yellow shirts. Breaks down again for Sunderland. So we hit the hour mark. The Sunderland fans, you can hear, trying to encourage their side. Slimani, too much on that.
Too much, yeah.
Patterson. Look, 09 just pulling it away from Sargent. As he ran into trouble here, 09, and he survived a challenge. Marcondes said it was a
bit of a dive, but yeah, just getting a little bit tight for Luke there, wasn't it? So Sargent passes him on it. What he does,
yeah,
clips him, doesn't he? Yeah.
Hjelde holds off the challenge and pops it forward, looking for Tommy Watson. Now Watson, early ball in for Sunderland. Brown uses Watson. Ball in from Watson. Opportunity!
Oh. Yeah, doesn't catch it clean, does it? It's Duffy that scrambles it clear for Norwich.
Spun up for Mayenda. Probably Sunderland's best chance of the evening.
Yeah, but a minute of sort of possession and pressure on the Norwich goal here. Tommy Watson with a couple of balls in.
Now Trey Hume stepping inside. It's Tommy Watson on this left-hand side. Watson. And again Watson. Now Borja Sands. We're going to watch a replay in the middle of
let's look at it back in. I'll see it better from this angle now. Again, he fizzes it with his left foot, skips up, and then, oh yeah, doesn't catch it off the outside of the boot, does he? Goes for the laces. A clean strike, and then just drops for Shane Duffy to head it clear.
Goodness knows what happened while we were watching that replay. We're reliant on the EFL cameraman. Good out by Dan Neil. And again, slips as he clears it.
Just wondering now, 60-minute mark gone. Is Regis Lebree looking to his bench to see if there's any Sunderland substitutes out warming up? But I'd imagine he's got to be having a look.
What would you do though? Slimani takes it out. Yeah, there's a couple of warm
up there, you could see, yeah. I suppose it's, what's he thinking as well? Swansea coming at the weekend, 3-game week, isn't it? And just thinking the likes of Chris Rigg. Did he full 90 at the weekend, Chris, didn't he? Yeah, he went up to the right-hand side late on. Maybe to move Alexis inside, I'd probably bring Mayenda out to the right, Isidore through the middle. Obviously got Patrick on the bench as well. Just try and give us a bit more at the top end of the pitch. We've done this too many times, just turn the ball over. Little 5-10 yarders.
Sands, Nunez, trying to find Sargent, who's well read by Chris Rigg. Now Alan Brown gets a shove from Sargent. And he'll be frustrated, Sargent, because despite Norwich's possession and opportunities on goal, they haven't really laid a glove on Sunderland. A few down
first off, yeah, but great strikes, were they?
I think I just saw Wilson Isidore getting stripped off.
There you go.
Offside. I'm going to see a sub yet. He spotted a goal. Bristol City 1, West Brom 1.
A couple of changes. Enzo Lefebvre as well.
More than the couple. Triple up.
Patrick.
Pat.
Yeah.
Wilson and Enzo. And the youngsters are going
for a warm-up as well, yeah.
Sunderland get it back. Now Dan Neil. Now Chris Rigg. Opens up for Chris Rigg. Tommy Watson's there. Watson inside the area. Mayenda. Stands on the back post. Oh. It's kept in. Sands is fouled by Alan Brown. There's a free kick taken there.
Yeah, give it, yeah.
Fisher. Yelder stood his ground. Ball's in now. It's a poor cross.
Yeah, see what he's looking for. Just try and fizz it across that 6 for Josh Sargent, but once again too close to Anthony Patterson.
Watford have taken the lead against Hull City. Blackburn have got a goal back against Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield United are still getting beat at home to Millwall. Middlesbrough are getting beat at home to Leeds United. So in preparing this triple substitution. Nine under pressure. Patterson under pressure. Is it kept in on the far side? Well, it is. And the Sunderland player's gone down in pain. It was Trey Hume. Meanwhile, Alexic brings it forward, looking for Tommy Watson. And then he's left a late one. Alexic.
I think one or two wanted a book in there. See, gets back to his feet there and then driving run across the pitch. Tries to find Tommy Watson. Again, gets cut out. And then Just runs into Fisher, doesn't he?
Alexic is walking to that touchline, and that's because it feels like he's one of the subs. He's going to come off Milan Alexic. In fact, he is for Patrick Roberts. Enzo Lafayette is poised to come on, but it's Wilson Isidore who'll come on first for Tommy Watson.
Number 30, Milan Alexic. Number 33, Leo Helder. Number 40, Tommy Watson.
Helder, yeah, so
10, Patrick Roberts.
change there.
Wilson Isidore. And
Across the back, we'll see what that one is, yeah, but 2 wide men going off. And it's not quite happening. Tommy's had a couple of balls in the last few minutes there. He's fizzed across, but in general, for what, 68 minutes, it's been a battle for both Tommy and Milan Alexic. He's been waiting for his opportunity for a while, hasn't he? And you could argue it's not in his favoured position, but just in general, looking after the ball, if it's not quite happening, don't give it away cheap. And he's turned it over far too often this evening.
Roberts into Brown. Rigg comes across.
But he's not on his own. I'll say that about him yet.
Now Sands. McLean. Duffy. He has come across to this left-hand side.
Alan Brown's dropped in at right back and Trey back at left back.
There we go. Nice ball. Rigg trying to find Roberts on the far side. Wasn't enough power in the cross. Lafayette trying to push Cordoba. Three pretty big players Sunderland have just stuck on the pitch there, Danny.
Yeah, well, straight across the top end of the pitch, isn't it? And then, it's interesting about Hjeld. I know he hasn't played a lot, but then you're having to move a couple then, aren't you? Alan Brown, as I say, back in, and then Trey, not on his natural side here, down below us, but he's more than capable. He showed that, hasn't he, in the games he's played there.
20 minutes left. Still 0-0 down at Carroll Road, down in Norfolk. Roger Sands with the run. Alan Brown's gone with him. Sands. Brown. Using his body check there. By right. Sargent. A bit of a coming together between Sargent and 09 off the ball. Goal kick anyway.
Had a couple of goes on there this evening. They're quite sharp round the box now. It's just an end product, doesn't it? See here now again, Nunes into charge, good take. Lays it off. Marcondes shifts it onto his left. Those flying wide, but you see those two there again. Yeah, Luke O'Neill trying to get back in. Sargent's got a piece of him.
Nepham loose past that time. Hooked forward, looking for Sargent. Easy for Patterson. Looks at his options, finds Trey Hume. Oyenda.
That again, another example for me there. Trey's 20-30 yards running forward, a bit of tempo into it, and then it goes out to Mienda. Chops back. Go on the outside, you've got pace. Knock it past the man. You just take the safe option too often. And from where we were, for me, earlier in the season, that flowing football where we were aggressive, getting after teams, we just play too safe too often at the moment. And I don't know why that is, because we're in a comfort zone where, you know, we're in the playoffs basically, so go and play with some freedom, boys.
A win would confirm that this evening for Sunderland. Rigg. Ryan. Chris Mepham opens up for Mepham. He brings in Alan Brown. And Zulafir with his first touch. It's nice from Lafay, and Roberts connecting, but it's a loose ball again. And Zulafir gets it back for Sunderland. Now Dan Neil. Mayenda running a goal here. Mayenda!
Oh,
it's a corner.
Gets the corner. Yeah, I was going to say go across the keeper there, but again, look at just a forward passing it. Dan Neil threads it into him. He goes through the gears, goes past Shane Duffy. Bang there, dangles the left boot out. Shane Duffy, and you see a gun at his near post. That's the only thing you see there. Fire it across the keeper, isn't it? Into that far corner.
Sunderland's first corner this, and it's come in the 73rd minute. Just checking on his teammate there.
I'm just saying, yeah, come on, yeah, it's an opportunity. It's gone now, get ready for the next one. Still 15 minutes plus to go.
Marnie's struggling. Trey Hume is standing over Sunderland's first corner. Marnie's definitely struggling here, and he's waiting for a change.
Looks like he can't put pressure on his left foot there, can he? See him there, just by the penalty spot.
Hume delivers one. It's back in from Rigg. Roberts picks it up on the edge. Hume. Now Brown. Roberts. Enzo Lafay. Clipped in by Chris Rigg. Not convincingly defended, but then calmly in the end from Marcondes back to Gunn.
Just a little ball in from Chris Rigg there, but sort of 5-10 yards where no Sunderland white shirts were. You see it back here now as it's fed across to him. You see we're overloaded near post area. And then there, look, it's 3 yellow shirts, 4 yellow shirts just waiting for it.
I think Slimani will have to leave the field of play. Preparing a substitute.
Replacing the 20 on his bench, Slimani is number 18.
Looks like it'll be Emmanuel Forshaw. So Forshaw comes on. Slimani makes way. It'll be the second change for Norwich City.
He's struggling there, isn't he?
I didn't see.
No, I'm not sure what's happened yet.
Forshaw. Joined last summer. Sargent and 09 coming together once again. Chris Mepham is there to tidy up. And from Patterson. Isidore. Did he get his first touch there? Almost.
Half a touch, wasn't it? Yeah.
He's Dan Neil. Trey Hume. Dan Neil now. Mayenda. Enzo Lafay. Over the top, looking for Wilson Isidore. Good ball.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, yeah, difficult one. Had to drop on a sixpence there, didn't he? Looking for Isidore in behind.
Game at walking pace.
Yeah. Just think, not as they're trying to bait the Sunderland players, aren't they? But really interested in going to press too much. Give it away in the end.
He made the comment in the first half, the friendly cup has been played at a friendly pace.
Friendly pace it is, yeah.
Which is odd because Norwich has still got a lot to play for.
I'm saying,
They
yeah.
are optimistic.
Obviously, the goals for suggest that they've got the firepower at the top end that they can tighten up at the back and go on a bit of a run. And
maybe an opportunity here for Sargent. Stopped by Chris Mepham. Another chance. Sands. Marcondes. And out from Nunez. It's Mepham who goes down.
Dropping that, yeah, good again. Couple of occasions, Chris Mepham. Time stood still in there, wasn't it? The ball bouncing round penalty spot area. Meander has a little fish at it, tries to clear it. See it back on the second attempt now. Comes back to Sargent and just stands the ball up in the middle. Here now. As it's bouncing round, I think somebody going to go and clear it. Nobody does. Nunez, isn't it? Gets the strike away. Good block again, Chris Mepham.
Fisher with the cross cut out by Trey Hume. Meander stops it. Going off for a corner. He'll try and get out with this as well. Meander. Full kick to Sunderland. In front of the Sunderland fans.
Yeah, doing his bit in the left back position, Meander.
Patterson. Mepham up the other side. Owen Brown. Luke O'Nien. Meander comes across. Fisher's there. It's a scrappy game. Now Borja Sands. Nunez walks onto it. Important interception from Chris Mepham.
Oh, a risky one, wasn't it? But he times it well. Chris Mepham again. An excellent back there.
Roberts. Lafayette's with him. Lafayette didn't take the ball. Moves it on. Sunderland preparing another change. I think that's Harrison Jones at the top of your screen. Seeing more minutes potentially.
Yeah, possibly Chris Rigg, as I say there. 80 at the weekend and 80 this evening so far. Been in Regis' mind for the weekend, I'd imagine.
Sands steps inside. Shane Duffy. Nunez. Marcondes. To Nunez. Looking for movement. Cordoba from distance.
Just look at Josh Sargent in the D there, edge of the box, hands on his head. A little bit excited there, Cordoba. To be fair, I mean, listen, it opens up, plays square, and it's difficult for Norwich. You can see Sunderland, everyone back behind the ball. I mentioned earlier, we've been there time and time again at the stadium. Like, it's so hard to pick that pass with the opposition camped in.
Riggy comes off.
There's that change, yeah.
Harrison Jones. More minutes for Harrison. Play you know, Danny.
Yeah, so he's had a few injury issues over the years, but staying fit recently, obviously doing well for the 21s as well. Starting at Stoke, didn't he, in the FA Cup. Did quite well that afternoon.
So still have one more change to make if they need it. Which made 2 changes so far. Jones immediately pressuring the ball. Here he is again. This is Patrick Roberts. Harrison Jones is on it. Crosses one. Meander's coming in. Now Trey Hume. Charge down. Is it going to drop? Alan Brown. Crosses one. Mayenda! But he was lurking and it's gone for the corner.
He does well initially, Mayenda. That ball that finds its way to the far post. Good touch to bring it down, and then just looking for that opening. Trey Hume pulls the trigger. And eventually it finds its way to Alan Brown. Just having a little look there. Mayenda, just can't quite get in there inside. Fisher, the full-back, at the far post.
7 minutes left of normal time. Trey Hume will take Sunderland's corner. Corner's been taken short. Enzel Fair. Harrison Jones. Inside. Mepham. Mepham still on the ball. Oh! Went for the near post. Has gone for another corner.
Yeah, I think he gets the right boot to it. Angus Gunn, doesn't he, at his near post?
Sunderland pressuring from nowhere. It's Harrison Jones.
Just feeds it into Chris Mepham there, and then angles against him as he gets to the byline.
Just swings the boot at it. Why not? Direct this time from Trey Hume. There's a tussle in the penalty area, and there's a Sunderland player. It's Luke 9 in the net.
They're making a change, I think.
No substitution. Replacing number 35, Colin Fisher.
That's Jack Stacey, one of the players. Probably more like for like with Fisher.
And leaving the field, number 16, Jacob Wright. Will be replaced by number Jakob Sorensen.
Jakob Sorensen comes on for Jacob Wright. Pretty straightforward substitutions.
Yeah, full-back, centre of the park.
Shouting for something there.
What's happening there now? See Chris Mepham just gesturing, top end of the pitch out of our pictures.
Condez. It's back towards Stacey, who's just come on. Now Trey Hume. Enzel Fair. Dan Neil. There's plenty of space on that right-hand side for Patrick Roberts. Roberts. Sands. Harrison Jones just holds him up enough, and I think Jones is going to get a yellow for that.
Well, tonight's official attendance is 26,320. Thank you for your support.
26,000 inside Carroll Road, as the PA announcer has told the fans there. That's Harrison Jones picking up his yellow. Zolafir trying to get himself out of a tight situation. Fires one into Marcondes, and Trey Hume helps him out. Analyzes Mayenda, but just goes out of play. It's probably been all night for Sunderland. Just Eliza. I don't think Wilson Isidore's touched the ball.
No, I'm not sure he has, no. Maybe a half touch one you mentioned earlier on, but yeah. No ball going into him.
Stacey. And he should get there. Inside to Jones, who's struggling to get around his man. And Duffy. Duffy. Marcondes. Out from O'Nien. Isidore does get a touch. Fleeting.
And like the rest, doesn't look after the ball yet.
Roger Sands. Double up on him, but he still manages to get the ball through. but he continues, so does Mepham. Mepham, Roberts, Lefebvre, Trey Hume. Some of the attacking players are quite deep there for Sunderland as ball finds its way through to Eliza Mayenda, head down. Mayenda, oh, he's found Trey Hume. Hume shoots, deflection. We'll go for the corner.
Oh, yeah, much better from Sunderland in that tight area in the right back position. Few passes and we're out the other side of the pitch. See, Mayenda just feeds it into Trey Hume there. Just takes up a little pocket of space, doesn't he? Duffy with a block. Can Sunderland steal a late winner?
Well, it would make it all worthwhile, especially for those Sunderland fans who's made the trip down to Carrow Road. In from Roberts. Sargent with the connection. And Forsson brings it away, and there could be trouble here. But thankfully, as the theme of the game has gone, no side can keep possession.
Counter was on, wasn't it? Loose pass again.
Final minute of normal time. Lefebvre. Great ball. Wilson Isidore. Trey Hume's there. In from Hume. Oh, Wilson, well, Roberts who was waiting. Back in from Brown's, too much on that.
Promising again, wasn't it? Trey Hume stands a lovely ball up and they just deal with it there. See, Sunderland got the overload at the far post here now. Good touch. Kenny McLean. Just too much on it from Alan Brown.
Three more minutes, Danny.
3 minutes remaining.
Those fans there not hanging around for those 3 minutes. Getting away. Off.
Harrison Jones now. Norwich player still down. I think this is cramped with Nunez. Can Sunderland make the extra man count? Alan Brown. Patrick Roberts. Roberts. Thought about it. Brings in Enzo Lefebvre. Now Trey Hume puts one in. Where's it going to drop? Dan Neil. Now Brown. Oh, there's a break on here from Borja Sands. Stalled his run, and there was nothing in that.
Yeah, it does well, Chris Mepham. Luke O'Nine's on that yellow card. He does want to commit. Good energy from Chris Mepham getting back in. Say Dan Neil had opportunity at the other end to pull the trigger. Opted to pass square to Alan Brown. We lost possession, and the counter was on for Norwich. Sunderland come again.
Enzo Lefebvre. Trey Hume gives it back to Enzo Lefebvre. Sunderland who are finishing the stronger. And Isidore is on his bike. He puts one in. Mayenda gets there. Can he get the shot away? He stands one up.
Oh.
Dan Neil. Left-footed.
Does the right thing, Elijah Mayenda stands the ball. I think it's Alan Brown at the far post. Can he go a little bit early and go and attack it? You see here now, good build-up play into Mayenda. Does the right thing, as I say, stands a lovely ball up there. Who's going to go and attack it? Well, nobody does. Go and get the late winner. Kenny McLean just flicks it clear.
Sunderland free kick with 1 minute remaining. Use the hashtag AskDanny if you want to have your say on this fixture this evening. Use the hashtag AskDanny as well, because we want to gather all of the fans for International Fans Day. Tell us where you're watching in from around the world as Norwich City make their final substitution.
With 15, Ryan McConville.
Rory McConville comes on. So Marcelino Nunez goes off. Where's this one going to drop? Conville. O'Nien. We've played the 3 minutes at a time. And the referee calls time on the game.
And that's enough, yeah. I think, you know, sometimes you get a 0-0 and you think, well, it was a dour one. Well, it certainly was, let's be honest. Norwich have had the better opportunities, certainly in the first half, not too many in the second half. Sunderland finished the game stronger, better when they made a few changes, but